Okay.
First off, I'd like to thank the judges for coming out here this morning, join us in our debate. I'm Grant Ryder, and I'm the pop culture and media specialist. When first given the task to be the pop culture specialist, I thought, I'm going to go and look up some big names and just see some big names that have gone bankrupt. And I'm looking, and I notice a pattern that a lot of these big names, they do go bankrupt, but they come out of bankruptcy too. I'm just going to give a couple. Donald Trump, a businessman, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in his casino empire in 2004. This was his second bankruptcy case, and if you've ever been to New York City, you obviously know he's not bankrupt. He's not bankrupt anymore with his Trump Place buildings. Another example, Burt Reynolds, a movie actor, after his publicized divorce with Lonnie Anderson and becoming more than $10 million in debt, he filed for bankruptcy and has now been recently, like in the past 10, 20 years, in like Golden Globe winning roles in like Boogie Nights. He's also featured in like Longest Yard. It's the old man. Both of these men filed for bankruptcy, but what about lower class citizens who've gone bankrupt? How come they can't easily get out of bankruptcy just like Burt Reynolds and Donald Trump? I mean, it seems if you guys say that all citizens should have equal opportunity, shouldn't they just be able to go out and build multi-story skyscrapers in New York City? Or go in some Golden Globe movies? I mean, what about disabled males? In Hartford alone, there's 30% of disabled males alone. There's 30% of males below the poverty level, and 35% of females. Do you really think they're happy? Can they pursue their dreams? Are they going to be able to come out of debt in their lifetime? Most likely not. They're not given the same opportunity as Burt Reynolds or Donald Trump were. They don't have the good, like, school systems. They don't have, like Neil said, the parents that have the money to help them at all. Just, they can't come out of debt. There's no way.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sure.
30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds.
Yep. Time.
Okay, so when we were talking in class about the definitions, we described happiness as a scale between material goods and other things like love and affection and things like that, correct?
Sure.
Okay. Every single point that you made pertained to people having money, correct?
I'd say so.
Okay, so first of all, if those guys were bankrupt and they came back, doesn't that mean that they were working hard and they were achieving their dream and they were in a low state but then came back from it?
Not necessarily.
But you said they went bankrupt and then they came back and were able to build buildings and be in movies, correct?
That's not the point I was getting at.
Then what was the point you were getting at?
The point I'm getting at is you can compare that to the same people who go bankrupt. These men went bankrupt millions, while lower class citizens are bankrupt a couple thousand. Shouldn't they be able to get out of the thousands, much less?
But you're saying that these two men had the opportunity to, one, be in these amazing movies, and the other one to build these buildings. What says that there aren't lower class citizens that have worked their way up to be in these movies or to do big things like that? How did these men get that much money and that much standing in society to begin with?
They're not. The lower class citizens aren't recognized for their talents. They'll never be granted the opportunity of higher, like, school systems to go to even college, to get an acting degree or something like that, to even go onto Broadway, to even be recognized to be, in a movie. You're not gonna see someone with no arms or no leg go for an acting position.
You have 2 minutes left. Do you want 2 minutes before your final statement?
Yeah,
Okay, 2 minutes.